But tonight's top story, a 13-year-old killed in a double shooting.
Another teen survived the gunfire, but Lutrell Kittles died. He was found around 11 last night at 25th Street and Oak Avenue. Less than 5 minutes later, police found a 17-year-old shot in front of a convenience store on Chestnut Street, about a block away. 10 on your side's Andy Fox has been in Newport News all day long. And Andy, what have you learned about what happened and the people involved?
Well, we've learned a lot. The problem is we're hearing a lot of different stories. Same thing as Newport News Police. Of course, people are once again not wanting to give the whole story for what they saw out here. See that spray paint on the pavement there? Well, those represent bullet casings right there. And a 13-year-old was shot here. So was a 17-year-old. Another deadly shooting in the East End of Newport News. Outside the Quick Save food store in Delhi, 1 to 34 spray painted outside. Each represents a shell casing in a shooting that left a 13-year-old dead. James Rutledge in the store when the shots were fired. And you were in the store, and then he comes out of the store, and then what happens?
Pow, 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 pow. He drops on the ground. I'm standing in the store shot.
The 17-year-old was gunned down here. The store owner carried him to this spot, and an ambulance was called. It appears 13-year-old Lutrell Kittles ran after the shooting. Gunfire followed him past Wanda Whitlow's house.
It was a loud gun. It sounded like a cannon. And it hit several of my neighbor's houses. The bullets hit a couple of houses on that side and a couple of houses on this side of the street.
Kittles kept running down 26th Street and made it 2 blocks, then collapsed here at 25th and Oak Avenue. Glenda Knighton was in this window and heard Kittles' mother outside.
She was yelling, and she kept pacing back and forth, looking down the street to see if the ambulance was coming.
Kittles made it to the hospital but died at 11:43. The family did not want to talk, but family and friends gathered at the house Littles was apparently running to get away from gunfire.
We hear gunshots all the time around here. Sad to say, but that's how it is.
That's the way of life in the East End of Newport News. William Purcell packs heat and guards and protects his daughter, Brianna.
For the safety of my daughter, safety of everybody around here be shooting, so just in case.
This is where the 17-year-old was shot. The store owner, this is what he does. The story he tells us, he picks him up and carries him, wraps his shirt around him, and takes him right over there to where that red box is. That's where the ambulance would pick up the 17-year-old. He's still in serious condition in the hospital. Of course, the 13-year-old dead. And of course, everyone's trying to still figure out the motive. And no one's talking. Tonight, coming up on Wavy News 10 at 6, should this 13-year-old have been out at 11 o'clock at night? I'll have that part of the story tonight at 6. In Newport News, Andy Fox, 10 on your side.